Fallout 76 is almost a year old at the time of making this video, and I get asked this question a lot, both during my live streams and in the comment section of my videos. And that question is Fallout 76 good now? Well, I'm going to address both the good and the bad, along with hearing from some of the Fallout 76 content creators on YouTube on the current state of the game and their opinions on the future for Fallout 76. And guys, I also want to hear your opinions as well, so at the end of this video, head down to the comment section and let me know what you think on the current state of the game and what the future holds. So we're currently 2/3 of the way through the Fallout 76 DLC roadmap, which has seen Wild Appalachia and Nuclear Winter released with varied success, and Wastelanders still to come. Wild Appalachia saw the introduction of the brewing and distilling machines, including the secret brew Nuka-Shine, the Fast Snacks Parade, which was a limited time event with some very unique rewards, the very controversial Survival Mode, which was a pure PvP game mode with fewer restrictions, increased rewards and challenges. The Encrypted Quest series was added, along with player vending machines, the ability to earn backpacks from the Pioneer Scout stories and the Legendary Vendor. And the event Project Paradise was also added during the time of Wild Appalachia. The survival mode was a mess from start to finish, and I for one am glad to see the back of it. If Bethesda decide to reintroduce the game mode, I hope they make a better job of it. The Encrypted event was very difficult if players at the event didn't know what they were doing, but could be completed when everyone worked together, and there were some very good rewards to be had. The player vending machines were a great addition to the game and allowed players to sell their items for a fixed price, with 10% of the selling fee being deducted in tax. The Pioneer Scout quests were fun, but somewhat tedious and a grind. The ability to get a backpack for your efforts though was kinda cool. The Project Paradise event was awesome and still exists in the game now. During the event you would get hands-on experience performing product testing with some of the fauna that inhabit the labs at Arctos Pharma. The overgrown environments contain many types of wildlife, and you would need to stay on your guard, as once the trials began, their reactions can make for deadly results. Once the event was completed, players were rewarded with some new loot and some XP. So let's move on to Nuclear Winter, which was the second part of the DLC roadmap, and with it came the Battle Royale game mode, Meat Week and the Vault 94 raids. We also saw the game made free to play across all platforms from June the 10th to June the 17th. For me, the Battle Royale game mode was initially a breath of fresh air for those wanting a pure PvP Battle Royale mode, although with each passing week, Nuclear Winter became more and more unpopular, with some players reporting long waiting times to find a server to be able to play a match, and the initial excitement soon wore off. We're now going to hear some thoughts from a fellow YouTuber, DTDGamer, on the DLC content so far, along with the current state of the game, and also his views on the future for Fallout 76. DTD, take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Dan. I'm DTDGamer on YouTube, better known as so to speak. And I just want to say, first of all, thank you Ratty for this invitation to help you along with this video and talk about the current state of Fallout 76.
So DTD, what are your thoughts on the current state of the game?
It's borderline boring, to be fair. There's still bugs from like early game, the ghouls sliding along the floor, they're attacking you while they're lying down, they're crouching, they're doing whatever, and they're still managing to attack you. You're getting out of power armor, the game's freezing, you've got to try and exit it again. There's just loads. Like, I could sit here and talk for 10 minutes straight, just straight up bugs in the game. I put a post on Reddit in the past like month where I've been saying like when he's going to fix this type of stuff.
And what about the DLC that we've had in the game so far?
All DLC so far is also, it's just too short for my liking. The Burrows took an hour to complete. The Nuka-Shine quest line took less, like literally like what, half an hour or something. You go into the place where you go to a train station, you read the poster, you go to the place, you go inside, look around, basically skip a few things, you have a drink and you disappear basically. And that's it really, and then you just appear at some random place, and that's pretty much the quest line as far as I remember it. And it just wasn't good enough. They were really fun at first, like just because it's new. Like everything that comes into the game that's new, everyone straight away is like, oh my god, this is great, until it gets buggy and whatever else. But we'll not go into that. But when it comes in at first, everyone's like, this is brilliant, I love it, it's great, this place looks cool. But it's just like, how often now, realistically, do you go and brew some Nuka-Shine?
What about the Nuclear Winter game mode?
Nuclear Winter for me, it was all around okay. But I still don't understand why there was a Battle Royale mode in a Fallout game. Like, why? They could have used these resources on improving the game and spent the time making more DLCs or getting rid of the bugs. It could have been spent a lot more, like, effectively. But it didn't. And I feel like they just wanted to jump on the hype to try and make the game a bit more exciting to people that's never played Fallout before. And fair enough, it did for a bit when they brought it out to be free to play for that, what was it, a week or 2 weeks? But yeah, apart from that, I just don't see why. Fair enough on the strategic side, getting new people, but what, the new people came in, played, and were like, no, this is rubbish, and got off.
What about the future for Fallout 76? What do you think that looks like?
The sustainability of the game over time, will it last? Will it continue to be like a Fallout game where people go and play it continuously? I'm not sure. It has the opportunity to do so for the long term, but it needs new places, in my opinion. I want to see something big like Nuka World and Fallout 4. I want to see the outskirts of the map where it says you can no longer go down this path. I want to see new things added down there. Maybe there is plans for that. I'm guessing there will be, because if not, it's an absolute waste. Because there's a huge, like, the perimeter of the map, there is so much of it unused. I think people are getting bored. I really hope Wastelanders brings something good and fresh. In Wastelanders, are they going to fill the places on the map with like the odd NPC here and there, or are they going to make a new settlement or something? I don't know. That would be really good. It would really improve the game if, say, they made a Megaton type thing. Not obviously the same place, but if they had something like that where, or Diamond City, something like that, where there was literally like a huge town or something which had been made up just like on the edge of the map or something, and you could go there, see NPCs, do quests for them, interact with them. That's what we've been missing. I said right from the start that I really wanted NPCs on this game. I made a video on my channel about, 9 months ago, maybe longer now, where I was like, this game needs NPCs. Why is there not NPCs? I can't believe this. Like, it's a bit boring without them. If they don't do any more DLC for like a fixed period of time just to focus on improving the game, then people's going to get bored and get sick of the game, because it's going to be the same thing every day, every month, every quarter, whatever. It's always going to be the same thing. There's going to be nothing new to keep them entertained and stuck with a game. And 99% of the time, they do it to perfection. Whereas Bethesda, they say they're going to fix some bugs. Next thing you know, there's more bugs, or old bugs have returned. And it's just not good. I'm doing the same things every day when I go on. You go try and find legendaries for script. You go and try and get your materials. You go on and try and get some XP. And it's just the same thing constantly. All in all though, my favourites have been Project Paradise and the Burrows, because I just love the locations. The Burrows especially for me was unbelievable. It just looked beautiful. It was a proper Fallout scene. It just looked brilliant. I want to see more of that type of stuff added into the game. Whether or not we'll see it, I hope so. We should do. You'd like to think so. Anyways, that is my thoughts. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like for Ratty Star. Show him some love and some support. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Bye bye.
Okay, thanks for your thoughts, DTD, on the current state of the game and your opinions on the future for Fallout 76. I will leave a link to DTD's channel down in the description below, and I suggest you head on over to his channel when this video is finished and check out some of his content. So in August we saw the introduction of Meat Week, and this was a limited time event, and the idea of this was you had to collect prime meat during various Primal Cuts events, which would pop up around the map very often. During these events you would have to defeat waves of enemies until a prime beast arrived. Defeating this prime beast would reward you with prime meat, which you could then turn in at Graham's Meat Cook-Off. The Primal Cuts events were really good fun, and it was a great way to earn some good XP and caps, along with the chance to get some legendary items. Once you had collected some prime meat, you could then attend Graham's Meat Cook-Off, which would show up every hour on the map, and you could turn it in for legendary scrip. This was a really fun event where you could get a group of players that knew what needed to be done, but it could be very frustrating when players didn't have a clue. Now let's hear the thoughts from the KingFanMan on Meat Week and his opinions on Fallout 76 going forward.
I am the KingFanMan. I have a channel that covers all things Bethesda. I do want to thank Ratty Star for this opportunity. I think it is great when creators within the community can collaborate instead of feeling like they are competing. I have a very positive outlook on Fallout 76. In fact, it's a more positive outlook than most every YouTuber out there, and I get in trouble for that a lot. I honestly think that most of the Fallout community have really missed out on a really good game. Now, Fallout 76, of course, has its issues. I'm not blind to the issues, but I think they've missed out on a good game, not because of the issues that it has, but mainly because it's different, and many people get frustrated with the differences of the game, and they haven't given it a chance. I really did. I love the community-based events, like the Foshnot Parade back in the early winter. In fact, I enjoyed the Foshnot Parade even better than Meat Week, but I love how it brings the community together. Meat Week was really neat because it had two events in one. It had the Primal Meats and Graham's Meat Cook, but it got everybody excited. And I'm talking about the first time that Meat Week came. We failed the event one time because we didn't know what to do. But after that, from then on, we didn't fail another event. It didn't frustrate me so bad, but now for some of the newbies, it was probably kind of hard to figure it out.
Do you think that Bethesda should continue to release DLC or focus mainly on fixing all the bugs and glitches that currently lie within the game?
This is an excellent question, and the answer is yes. No, seriously. Of course, I believe they obviously should continue to put out new stuff, but I definitely believe they need to fix the problems with the game first. And yes, I believe they need to put on hold the new content, the new DLCs. And I wish they would make the next 1, 2, 3 patches just fixing the problems with the game. Stabilize the game, fix what needs to be fixed, and then do the new content. I'm not sure why they don't do that. Maybe they have some reason, I'm not sure, but I would love to see them do that.
Are you excited for the future of Fallout 76 and what it holds?
I could talk about this one forever. Yes, I am so excited for the future of Fallout 76. As I said before, this game has so much potential. Fallout 76 gets me so excited because, unlike a single-player Bethesda game, this game, the story keeps going and going and going. And now that they're adding Wastelanders in November, now you can add not only quests, you can add new factions. And think about it, this is free content for the Fallout community for at least 10 years. I hate that so much of the Fallout community has missed it, some of it just for blind hatred, that they just flat didn't want to try it, or they tried it for just a little bit and said, no, I'm not going to do it. They've really missed so much, and they've missed out on so much. The future is so bright for Fallout 76. Again, thank you, Ratty Star, for letting me be on your channel. I appreciate it so very much.
Okay, so let's thank the KingFanMan for his thoughts on Meat Week and the future of Fallout 76. And I will leave a link to the King's channel down in the description below. And once again, I encourage you to go and check out his channel. So we also saw the introduction of the Vault 94 raids. And I suppose these were introduced as endgame content for the advanced players. And it was suggested that only players of level 50 or above should attempt to complete this dungeon. While I feel this was a good addition to the game, it was also an event that could only really be completed if you were part of a team, as the enemies inside were very tough and you could easily get overcome and end up dying. And if you did die during this event, you would have to respawn outside the vault and would have to restart the event. This also left lots of players frustrated, and the event very soon became forgotten about. So the future of Fallout 76 looks very bright, with the introduction of Wastelanders coming very soon, where we will see the introduction of NPCs. I know this has been a bit of a sore point for a lot of fans of Fallout 76 with the lack of NPCs in the game, but hang in there guys, because it's coming. In my opinion, Fallout 76 has always been a good game, and the future looks very bright. I've always loved the direction that Bethesda have taken with Fallout 76, and we must remember guys, an online Fallout game is what the community were asking for such a long time. Bethesda have given us this game, and yes, they haven't gotten it quite right, but they are in new territory with this game, and they are trying to give the players the game that we should have gotten from the very beginning. So to answer the question, I do still think Fallout 76 is a very good game, and it is something that I encourage you all to stick with. It is getting better, and I know there are still a lot of issues in the game that have been around for a long period of time, but they will get ironed out. So let me know your thoughts on the previous DLCs and what you think the future holds for Fallout 76 down in the comments. And if you want to see more Fallout 76 videos, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.